Peace and love, everybody. This is AI News with Erik, and today we kind of freestyling. I got my man Danger here, and we have my man Dwayne Spot Double Door. This is definitely going to be a dope interview because we are missing the mic, just so people know. We didn't really, we was going to do this a little different, so we don't have the mic system set up, so we apologize for that. But this is special, man, because I've known this brother for a long, long time, from me being in Mount Vernon, and I've always had a lot of respect for him. So I'm definitely honored today to sit down with my brother Demetrius Seyful Bey, professionally known as Demegod. And he is very well known, particularly, I know, in New York State like crazy. I know he's known throughout the USA though, you know what I'm saying? He's an artist, author, spiritual thinker, and a cultural influencer whose journey stretches from Brownsville to Crown Heights to Mount Vernon, New York. His work moves across hip-hop, literature, transformative books like If God Could Rap and Polygamy More West, to leading Rough Riders Rescue. Once again, Rough Riders Rescue. Demegod's voice is rooted in purpose, resilience, and social awakening. Today we explore how his art intersects with technology, culture, and the future of our communities. My brother, welcome. Finally got you, you know what I'm saying?
That was dope, I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
That was dope brand interest, bro.
Yeah, so, but you deserve that, man, because it's not too many brothers that actually, like, really go in their own lane. You've always had your own lane. You ain't never copied off of nobody. You ain't like you don't follow no trends.
I don't conform.
But you stay thorough. You stay, fly. You stay well respected. You know what I'm saying? And that's different. And I like that because a lot of people fear that and fear to try to be different. Most people want to fit in. You know what I'm saying? And be like everybody else and see what's going on. And then they can go ahead and be a part of that. What's going on? But you don't do that. This wasn't even a question. So how that happen? Just you being you.
Just me being me. I've always been the one that when everybody's going right, I'm going left, and when everybody's going left, I'm going right. We learn through experience, just being in the hood, and then in the park, with friends and everybody else. Everybody following the leaders, man. You know what I mean? So I break away. Like I always broke away. I always been one of those black sheep. I always ran with a team, but I always was that young knucklehead that always break away and like, yo, what are you doing? What you doing? And they had to come grab me up, and you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And I think that's trendsetting. Trendsetters don't conform. They don't follow. They lead. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I didn't tore the community down so much. I really think leading is what it is right now.
So before I even get to the questions, when you say you tore the community down, that's the past. But what do you mean by that, and how did you get from that to this? These ain't even questions I have written down. That's just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I think that the violence that I inflicted on even though the people that I inflicted the violence on, they probably not even still in the community, but the community has a scar, you know what I mean? And at the same time, the youth, when you see the youth, they doing the same things that we was doing, but they doing it to the 10th power. In this day and age, it's advanced, it's technology, it's faster, you know what I'm saying? Everything is faster. So when I look back and when I look back on everything that I've done in the community, just the bad, I want to just do some good. Like even if I could just like influence 5, 10, 15 young brothers that's like, yo, I remember when you was out here wilding, and now look at you, like you, like sometimes I walk through Mount Vernon, man, and when I walk through, I see brothers. One brother said to me, he was an older gentleman, older than me too. He was like, it's an honor to know somebody like you. And I'm like, and I kept walking, but it actually really hit me.
Yeah. You know why though? Because I'm gonna tell you, man, a lot of people don't think like that. Like they don't think like they are responsible at all for the youth following their footsteps. You know what I'm saying? Just like we follow footsteps. Sometimes it lead to bad things. You know what I'm saying?
I follow all the dudes.
Right, and so even me, I feel obligated to always make sure that they don't follow that path. You know what I'm saying? Because that path we know definitely ain't a good path. That path is set up for people to keep coming back. You know what I'm saying? But moving forward to the future people, to today, right
to
now.
Art.
To, you know what I'm saying?
That's what we explain.
Yeah, so I got 5 questions I'm gonna be asking Danger, and he'll probably be asking me some questions too, because we're gonna be definitely talking about artificial intelligence. But my first question is AI and hip hop evolution. Hip hop has evolved across generations. How do you see artificial intelligence influencing the next chapter of hip hop, whether through music creation, storytelling, or how artists connect with fans?
I think that definitely there's so many facets to artificial intelligence when it comes to the hip hop industry. I think that I'm prevalent in, and just within the past few years, I've been heavy in marketing, social media, strategic marketing, because that's what I have to do for myself. So, you know, that's something I dived in, and so artificial intelligence makes that a lot easier. It makes that, for the average Joe, he can cut a whole marketing agency out the picture dealing with AI and using AI to market and promote their social medias, their products, their services, and things of that nature. So I think that we're about to see a burst. We already seen the burst, but it's about to do a double burst. We're about to get hit like with a double solar flare of technology enhancement. You're gonna see us, right now everything's lightning fast. It's gonna be half that now. It's gonna be even faster. Everything's gonna be fast. So I think that yeah, it could hurt or help the hip hop industry.
So let me ask you this, as far as because a lot of artists are against it. Me being an AI guy, I feel like it's not going nowhere. You either ride the wave or you, I believe, will get left out. So I'm gonna stick with that question and ask, because now they have the #1 country song on the Billboard charts a couple of weeks ago was a country song, an AI song, an AI artist. You have a young lady, a black sister too, who has an AI artist that I think she must have got $3 million deal or something like that. And so then you have Suno, who everybody's using, Timberland is using them, and which they actually have tracks. Because I got Suno, I did a little AI song with Suno, but that's just not the one with the tracks. So the one with the tracks, you can actually, you can make money off of Suno. You can make money off your stuff, but if you get the free version, you can't own that. But when it comes to the tracks, there's a possibility that you can actually get the intellectual property rights for that. And so what's happening is, in the hip hop or in the music world, period, it's changing.
That's a fact.
And so my question, I guess, still with this same thing is, are you going to use it? Because right now what's happening is you can literally go to Suno and you could be like, all right, you know what? These are going to be snares. It's going to turn into real snares. Now I'm gonna go ahead and, so if I got like 36 tracks, I'm not sure if it's the 36, 30, whatever it is, I can literally put whatever I want to put together. Now I own that. In Suno. So my thing is, are you going to be adapting to that? Are you going to be using that? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to be using AI?
Well, I've already used AI as an author. Polygamy More Wet was a book that I used AI to write, and I used ChatGPT to write Polygamy More Wet. It was difficult because that's when ChatGPT had just hit the scene.
Yeah.
And
It wasn't all the way.
It wasn't the way it is now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of hallucinations.
It's a lot of. Well, ChatGPT is owned by.
It's basically OpenAI.
Yeah, but it's actually owned by the Jews. So let's just keep it funky. So a lot of the stuff that I had in my book was being censored by ChatGPT, and then I had to really like order it to only put in book form what I say. Don't try to put in your opinion. I don't care about what you think. You know what I'm saying? Only do what I say. So it worked out. And then of course with some editing, we edited it. And I wrote it with Morris' sister with Califia Media, dope Morris' sister, and she put her input in, and we made a classic. It's a classic book. So I think AI is dope. I just think that having AI impersonate artists that's still living is kind of like infringing on our art and voice.
See, that's
you know what I'm saying?
See that, right.
So I think that's going too far.
But that's what it's done. It stole everybody's music. It stole
because I was telling a young God the other day, AI is really not no effect to me, because AI is not gonna say what I'm gonna say. AI is not gonna say don't kill Illuminati and all that. AI is not gonna talk that fire. You know what I mean? Right. It's not gonna talk that neo-political, you know what I'm saying, indigenous American freedom. Right. You know what I'm saying, against oppression and the freedom to express themselves in art, culture, hip hop, dance. It's not gonna do that. Right. It's only gonna it's only gonna give you back what you put into it. But that beat, you can make. Now making beats is different now, because I was with a program too, where you basically make the beat, you basically put in the vibe of what you wanted. It didn't get the program that I dealt with. I can't forget their name. I forgot their name, but plus they not paying me, so I'm not gonna say their name. Yeah. But you couldn't do what you did with talking about the snare and do all that. All you could do is say, yo, I want this beat to be hip hop. Right. I wanted the tempo to be this speed. Right. I want this, and then you hit generate, but it'll generate 20, 30 beats. Right. And then you go through them and pick what you like. Drill, trap. It was kind of dope though, but it wasn't as in detail as the Suno. Yeah, so for all you artists out there, make sure you understand that the AI music world is coming. Suno just did a music deal with Warner Music Group and 2 other major labels that was actually suing them. So now they're joining them. So I'm just letting y'all know, if y'all feel away about AI, you can feel away, but the algorithm's gonna make sure the people that use their systems are the one that win. So I be telling people, get on board, or either, stay true to yourself and figure it out, because I'm telling y'all now, and you can still, so the whole thing about it is, you as an artist, you gotta be the architect now. You know what I'm saying? So even if you do use AI, keep your lyric, keep your voice, use it for the beat, use AI, you can even do some dope hooks and stuff like that. You still are the architect, you know what I'm saying? And when you show that you got more human activity involved with that project, you can own it, you know what I'm saying? As long as there's no samplings from other artists. And now they got companies that actually focus on making sure that nobody can get their intellectual property copyright stuff for their music, however you got to do it, if they're samples. Yeah. So the bottom line is, people better start getting used to that. So now, number 2, AI for community healing, because you've done a lot of activist stuff in the neighborhood and throughout New York and maybe other places too. So you've done mediating violence, empowering youth. If you could design an AI tool specifically for helping Black and brown communities heal, resolve conflict, or build unity, what would that AI tool look like? Well, right now I'm dealing with a young brother who, it's funny you talk about that. I'm dealing with a young Moor out in Arizona, in Phoenix, and he is a digital genius, a tech genius. He has created a More coin, digital. We have our own More coin that he wants to represent the More Science Temple of America. And he also has Ali AI. So he built Ali AI, and Ali AI basically teaches kids and adults all different languages. So when you use Ali AI, you earn More coin. So More coin right now is about 80 to 90 cents on the market right now. It's just like a Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and so I got a few brothers who got digital coins out there, and you're gonna see a lot more of independent digital currency being on the rise. But I would personally love to make a AI system that can be interactive with gang communities and do mediation, but do mediation through education, through knowledge of self. You feel me? So that's teaching them that they not really black and they not really colored people and African American. They really have a nationality. To have the respect, that's why the police and what you call policy officers, they treat us all around the country. We're not talking about Mount Vernon, because Mount Vernon is a small town and a special case. We got friends that we went to high school with that are basically in the force, and there's no malice in their heart. But we're talking about the overall problem with the community and the police department throughout this country, because it's about our people as a whole. I think that they don't show us respect.
Ran by the Irish.
Yeah, they don't show us respect because corporately and through law, they don't have to, as long as we go by black, Negro, colored, African American, because those titles don't have a nationality. See, they don't shoot Chinese people in the streets. You understand? Because if they shoot Chinese people in the streets, China embassy is going to call the White House and say, listen, that has to stop, or it's going to be an act of war.
Right.
So now, who do black? There's no black embassy. There's no black nation, United Nations. There's none of that, because there's no such thing as black people. We are a people with a nation that has been erased.
Right.
So the whole point of knowledge of self is connecting yourself back through law. It's not about, you know what I'm saying, dudes might say, oh, you know, you got some young boys that, oh, that's religion, or that's, I don't want to read books. No, listen, this is about law. This is about knowing how to move about the planet and move about the terrain, knowing the laws of the land and using them to benefit yourself and putting yourself in the classification of a person who benefits over here. Just the same way foreigners come here and they learn the law and they learn these things, they learn more than we do when we born here. That's a travesty. You know what I'm saying? So these young brothers need to know what to say when they get pulled over. They need to know what to say when they gotta go to court. They need to know their rights. You know what I'm saying? As a living human individual. And that's what the morals is all about. So I would definitely do an AI teaching about nationality, knowledge of self, and mediating gang violence.
And it's funny because they've been trying so hard all my life, you know what I'm saying, to try to get you to not know who you really are.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's different people coming from different angles, it doesn't matter. If your angle got any blackness to it, we chopping that. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy how right now in the presidency, they're actually, you know, all the things that people worked for the last 50, 60 years, as far as, you know, for black people, Trump's just wiping that shit right out.
But look, the key is though, Trump is actually not doing anything wrong, because there is no such thing as black people.
Yeah.
Those laws were created for artificial individuals. Trump is bringing back the republic. This is a republic. It's never been a democracy. The democracy is when the racist people took over. See, people don't understand.
Yeah, because blacks was Republicans at one time.
Exactly. So that's the great trickery. It's been flipped and bounced. and now it's just a stage show. It's all my children, one life to live. Politics is this is my point and take on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get into religion and politics, but it's a stage show. That's what
it is. I mean, because I'm gonna tell you, man, I've never thought I would see some of the things that I'm seeing now my whole life, and I'm realizing like, wow, all this is a joke. You know what I'm saying? And now with the AI coming into the picture and the AI companies actually taking over, it seems like, because if you look when Trump had his inauguration, who was up there instead of like Congress? It was the AI company guys.
Wow.
And if you think about it, there's $1 trillion running through those 7 AI companies. You know what I'm saying? Just through them. They're buying each other, buying shares. It's crazy. That's why it's going to be difficult for a lot of companies to actually come up, because they're going to probably just buy them out and shut up.
They put these people in place, though. These people are bred. These people were bred 30, 40 years ago, born into families and pointed to be the ones to bring in the revolutionary age of technology, like your boy, the Tesla dude, and all of these dudes is, even Trump. Trump is, they keep calling him Jewish. He's not Jewish, he's German. He's been a German. He's a Nazi baby. His grandfather was a Nazi. You understand? So he dropped the H from his name, but it's an H, it's Trump. It's a German name. He's German. Tesla, the Tesla dude, what's his name? Elon Musk, another Nazi baby. He's another Nazi baby. These are Nazi babies. So these are people they put in place. But it's funny you talk about how the tech people are up there, and it reminds me of the Terminator. Wow. It reminds me of it can get dangerous like that, where technology can overtake us if we are not careful.
It is. It's in that they're already positioned.
Digital currency, and they can implement more control.
Right.
Because that individualistic society is part of the old world. It no longer can hold anymore, where 2 parents have 2 or 3 kids and they have an apartment, especially in New York.
Yeah.
You're still not surviving. 2 people is still not really making ends meet. They live in check to check. So now it starts to be like the Matrix,
right,
where you start to just be a part of a system.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
And that's why we trying to tell us we got to wake up, because there's only, I feel like, I'm gonna be honest with you, B, I feel like we got 10 years, and even the real professionals will say that. Like, I'm telling you, when I say we got 10 years, in 10 years, things are going to be different, and people are going to be on lockdown if they poor.
Oh, that's what I've been, and people ask me all the time, right? Yo, I'm very prophetic, bro. Like, I have this thing about me, I've always known things. And I was moved to write the book Polygamy More Wet. Polygamy More Wet is not just about a man having multiple wives. It's not about that. It's about, it takes a village to raise a child. Within the next 10 years, like he said, individualism and middle-class families are going to be destroyed.
Yeah,
you will be demolished. You will not survive. If you're not moving as a village, as a collective, as a family, where we're bartering milk and eggs and we're working together to feed these babies, you won't survive. All of this individual, they are purposely going to do it so they can implement it.
And they're the ones that's going to be controlling the system, knowing how you think, telling you what time to wake up. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I like the other countries like Denmark and Australia. Their social media, 16 and under is out. One of them is 15 and under is out.
Yeah, I think social media is destroying people.
Yeah.
I think people are addicted to social. A lot of people are addicted to social media.
But now it's the algorithms. Now it's because of social media.
I know that. Yo, let me tell you, I've been studying the algorithm myself, doing marketing.
I got a book out, The Algorithm of Power. It's on Amazon, just so y'all know. Copy it now.
That's a fact. I started getting to the algorithm as far as social media is concerned, and I see that the algorithm is already set.
Right.
AI is already set to push a certain agenda,
Right.
to push certain things to people's feed and keep people distracted.
Yeah.
When you see a female pull her booty out, AI is picking all of that up.
Yeah.
In a bathing suit,
Yeah.
she got the BBL,
Yeah.
she got the big breasts out.
Everything.
I could post anything like that, and
Yeah.
it's gonna get thousands of views
Yeah.
because AI is gonna pick it up
Yeah.
and push it to everybody's phone.
That's right.
But then when you come with something constructive and you come with something
They ain't
that they
pushing that.
don't want
I noticed that.
nobody to
That's
know,
a fact.
that's not being pushed to nobody's
1 and
feed.
2 likes.
And the only reason why is business. It's not personal.
That's right.
They want you to pay for that marketing.
That's right.
So you want to get this out there, you're gonna pay for that. But I just want to bring that point up.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what's sad though? One thing about us, one way we could kind of try to get out there is like, say for instance, because I got thousands of so-called friends on my social media, like thousands. But we know the feed is only going to a few hundred. But imagine those few hundred, because their feeds might be different than my feeds as far as access. Imagine they shared my shit.
But AI is so intelligent and so
It will catch
intrinsic.
it. It will catch it.
AI is so intelligent
it will.
and so intrinsic. It'll push it to 100 people in your friends list, and they'll see it. But it's
They
the
catch it.
100 people that AI know don't like,
I know.
don't comment.
Yeah, even there.
Because the people that do like and comment you, they'll say, "Yo, I didn't even see that post, bro." He's like, "Yo, bro, you didn't hit like on that joint." He's like, "Yo, I didn't even see it because it never was pushed to their feed."
I tell you this, my algorithm is popping right now because I got people coming up to me, "Yo, E, I see your shit everywhere, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, yeah, so my algorithm is working right now. But you know what it is? Hard work.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Consistency.
And it's strategy. It's strategy. That's
You know
why I
what I'm
say
saying?
I study strategic
You know?
social media marketing. You have
Well,
to
when
be
it comes to the
strategic.
future, strategy, understanding strategies, critical thinking, analytics, data, that's
All
some
that's
things we got to
strategy.
get into. You
That's a
know,
fact.
all that, not understanding what's going on. Like, if this place runs 7 days a week, they should know everything about it. What happened 24/7?
That's a
The
whole
first
fact.
person walked in the door. What time the mailman came in the door? What time the crowd came in the door? What music played that the crowd liked more? Like, I mean, there's so many things that you can figure out to say, okay, this is how we're going to do things because we've learned from these last 2 months. This is the way things go. So what we did was we put it all in AI and said, AI, come up with a new plan and come up with this plan because we want to go in this direction. Take all that data and tell us what we should do. These are the things that AI could do for you that people not really understanding. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I went to the AI Summit in the Jacobs Javits Center, I'd be going there to network and meet people, but every vendor's there for enterprise companies, not small businesses. I'm talking about companies that got 100,000 employees or better. So my thing is, I was thinking about going to Ken Jenkins and maybe seeing if possible we could do a AI Summit in Westchester County Center for small businesses.
That'll be dope.
You know what I'm saying? So we need to do that. But let's get to question 3. Preserving authenticity. I can't say that.
Authenticity.
Yeah, he's saying that word because I'm hard to say that word. In the age of AI, with AI now able to mimic voices, styles, and even full songs, how important is it as far as authenticity? Say the word. Authenticity. I can't say that word. In the new era, and how do artists protect their identity and message as the technology gets more advanced?
I think that AI is going to either force, what it's going to do is it's going to force artists to step their game up. Because now you got to really be talking about something. Or
That's true.
artificial intelligence is going to outdo you. It's going to out-rap you. So, like I said before, I'm an artist that's not really worried about artificial intelligence because I'm so prolific.
Yeah.
So all the AI is never gonna come up with I'm gonna come up with because I'm like Neo. I'm the Neo of the Matrix.
Yeah.
Like I'm the virus. I'm the one that's gonna use his imagination to soar.
See, when you look at it like that, that's how you're supposed to look at it.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? That movie, The Matrix, wasn't made for nothing.
No, it was made by a Moorish woman. She was Chinese.
I know, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's why they had the black woman in it.
That's a fact.
And
Cherokee.
yeah, that's right.
Cherokee.
Wow. That's deep. That's crazy.
Indeed, so she, you know, you seen her interview floating around the internet and all that. How she talk about she sued.
Wow.
But she wrote Terminator and Matrix, and they both is connected. So it's funny how we talking about AI, and AI was a big part of Terminator and Matrix.
AI is not new, just for y'all who
Of course
actually listening. The first two people that thought about artificial intelligence was in 1895, Charles Babbage and Ada Lovelace. The first two, that's when a computer probably was the size of this damn room we in. They didn't even call it computers, it was called a machine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they wondered if a machine could think like a human, and then in 1950, Alan Turing took it to another level. So for y'all who don't know the AI world, they know that's when it all started. Like you could basically say in 1950. Then the name artificial intelligence was actually termed in 1956. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing new. When you think about all the movies that we watched when we was little, though, it's crazy because we never, like, even going back to the Jetsons. The Jetsons was probably the most, I would say, like the cartoon that had what we really are seeing now.
Yeah.
Like the phones, everything.
Yeah.
You know, Star Trek had the flip phone, but the Jetsons had everything we watch on the Jetsons didn't exist when we watched the Jetsons.
That's a fact.
Now it does. But at that time, we never,
exist.
well, not flying cars, but they got flying cars coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
hovering.
right there. So
hovering.
everything they basically said was coming, which we didn't believe. We thought this was just fantasy stuff. Now it's actually coming to fruition. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of crazy because even the movies, the Terminator, iRobot, all that can happen. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is, they got people fearing that. What you need to be fearing is the algorithm. What you need to be fearing is this. You know, sometimes you need to put this down. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
Because imagine you took a break for 7 days and you was able to wake up every day, go drink your coffee, you know what I'm saying, do whatever you do, smoke a spliff, smoke a cigar, whatever, and sit on your balcony and look at the sun come up. Imagine what you would be thinking about. You would be thinking about things that you should be naturally thinking about. So now you go downstairs, you go to walk the beach, you know what I'm saying, you walk the beach, you hear the water, you know what I'm saying, you listen to the sounds, you people watch. What would you be thinking about? Things that you would be naturally thinking about. So for those 7 days, you could be reading, you know what I'm saying? You could be just people watching some TV, vibing and chilling. That'd be the best 7 days of your life compared to now you got 7 days with this. So now what you gonna be thinking about? Whatever the algorithm says you're gonna be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Is this gonna tell you, yo, put this down now and go walk the beach? Absolutely not, because when they make these models, they make them to be sticky. And when I say sticky, they tell the machine learning engineers to make sure people stay glued to this. So whatever you do when you build it, make sure they don't put it down, and that's what's happening right now. So
that's exactly what's happening.
We're gonna take a little break right now. Got my man Danger here. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we're going. All right, so yo, we're back. This is part 2. AI News with Erik. We got my man Demegod here, aka Danger. We in Mount Vernon, New York. Got my man Double Door, Dwayne Spot in Mount Vernon, New York. So deep conversation so far. So let's talk about number 4, literature, consciousness, and technology. Your books explore spirituality, relationships, and the deeper psychology of our communities. How do you think AI can support education, emotional development, and even spiritual growth in the next generation? Or can it even help in spiritual growth in the next generation?
I think on a minimum level, you know what I'm saying, at the lower level, it can help as far as like in the schools to help we teach more efficiently. And like I said, everything is going to be quick. People attention, especially children, their attention spans are so short, so it'd be easy to use AI to capture that attention span for that minute or two and drop real wisdom and knowledge. That's why I wrote my book, If God Could Rap. It's on Amazon right now, by Hafiz Bey, which is one of my pseudo names. And If God Can Rap is like, it was written like Nostradamus' book. So it's not full poems, it's quadrants. Because I know people's attention span is short. So you're only reading 2-3 sentences and that's it. Or 2 sentences and that's it. So I broke the book down like that. I got the second book coming out, If God Could Rap Too, and it's gonna be the same thing, quadrants. And I think that AI, I'm gonna use AI in the same way that you're asking me the question. It's gonna prove what you're saying, that it's a benefit. Everything can be a benefit. Anything that's created by man was created by the creator. Because the creator works through man. So it's just all about, that's why I have the Star David on my arm, because the Star David is 2 pyramids. It's a pyramid pointing up and a pyramid pointing down. So every individual chooses what they're gonna be. So as that individual uses that tool or that resource or that venue or that it's up to you what you're using it for. You can use it for good or you can use it for bad. Remember, it's not the money that corrupts the person. The money just brings out who you already are. If you're already an individual, the money is going to make that 10 times more. If you're a good person, money is not going to corrupt you. It's just going to make you 10 times more good.
Most people who got money, man, they wasn't really chasing the money. They was chasing their passion.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Today, I know you need the money, but so many people be just trying to chase the money. Like, I got so many people coming up to me now, just how can I make money with AI? You know what I'm saying? And then when I ask them what's AI, they can't tell me. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, learn what this is first, and then you can figure out what your position is going to be as far as how you're going to be able to make money. But with this world today, you have to be more than just, one thing. You got to be able to solve problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could go to a company and I can connect them with AI in so many different aspects of their business, not just saying, okay, I'll put you a chatbot together. I can analyze your whole company. So you got to be able to do so many different things and wear so many different hats when it comes to the future. So
I just signed a contract with a marketing promotion company, and they have been talking about how the music industry is evolving into this AI funnel where artists are getting their storyboards and their EPKs and everything that they're doing funneled through funnels, and AI is controlling it. Once you put it in there, it's over. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to start one for myself. So
I know through that deal that Suno just made, it is good for artists because artists will be getting paid under that deal. I think they still got to do some finalizing of the fine print and stuff like that. Right now, it seems like artists are getting raped.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? As far as with the deals they're getting, like Spotify, it seems like Spotify is owning your music once you put it up there. And people start reading the fine print. I'm telling y'all now, start taking the fine print, upload it in ChatGPT, ask what's wrong with this. Because I'm telling you, when I wrote my book, I was looking to see where I was going to place it. And I'm even getting robbed on Amazon. When you put your book on Amazon, you're getting robbed, just so you know. But this is my first book.
I don't publish my book directly through Amazon. I go through Ingram Spark.
So you know what I'm saying? But when you sell, so that's different. When you publish like that, it's different. But if you self-publish like me,
Amazon's
you gonna
terrible.
get robbed. Yeah,
their customer service is terrible.
Yeah. Only good thing you can do is you can buy the book in bulk for yourself and sell it. You can make money like that, or you can make money off the Kindle. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend you go.
That book game is a lot of things aren't for instant gratification or instant.
So what happens though
money,
with
content
with that web? The reason they let you put your book on there for free is because now they get all your clients. They get everybody who you're directing to the book. You know what I'm saying? And now they can start showing them ads. This is all about data. Like when people are saying I got the free ChatGPT, this is all about them using you. You're not really going to benefit from it like they're going to benefit.
I always pay for chat.
Right, and that's because You know, most people
full
using
experience.
most people using ChatGPT ain't even using it right. To be honest with you, they using it like baby shit,
That's
like
a fact.
asking dumb shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I got this. I got my resume. You ain't even read the resume.
Yeah.
You ain't even say, yo, give me 3 versions. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not really even doing what you're saying you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as spirituality, with the one thing we know that the AI will never have is spirituality. It will never have like just. I'm not gonna say it won't have a consciousness. I can't say
Well,
that.
consciousness and spirituality is one and the same. You can't separate because man is mind. Mind is consciousness. Consciousness is spirituality.
So what is consciousness though?
Consciousness is the awareness of self. You feel me? Consciousness is the awareness of self.
So that
And
means
spirituality is the
Right.
awareness of self. Because people would say the awareness of God, God himself is one and the same. I am the Father and the Father in mine.
so what happens when a robot says that I am aware that I am a robot?
You're just aware that you're a robot. You don't have the breath of Allah in you.
Right. That will never happen.
Exactly. So you're just aware you're a robot. That's it. You know that you got wires inside you, and that's what makes you tick. So what? You know what I'm saying? It's a totally different dynamic. Perception and consciousness.
But they
and
are
mind.
they're trying to actually literally.
AI can't, like I just said earlier, will never be able to outdo a human unless that AI, because everything that it's spitting
But
back
when you
is
say
getting
outdo,
from us.
outdo in what? In what way?
Consciousness.
Maybe that way, yes. But everything
The consciousness.
physical stuff is going way weird.
Of course. I'm talking about it could read the dictionary in 10 minutes.
Yeah,
That's not.
yeah.
I'm talking about consciousness.
Yeah.
It's
Never-
only going to give us what we give it.
But so let me tell you what the problem is going to be. The problem is going to be. Let me just say what the problem I feel like is now. Most people are spiritless,
That's a fact.
and I'm gonna say that again.
Soulless.
A soulless, spiritless. I just feel that being
We
in
live
tune with your spirit to me is being in tune with God. And I just believe that most people are not in tune with this. Even church folks who used to be yelling and screaming and stuff like that. I believe most people are spiritless. I am not spiritless and soulless. I have a relationship with God. I know God. So that's my thing.
Let's reflect on the God body lessons. The God body lessons say 85% of the world is deaf, dumb, and blind. When you look at the movie The Matrix, that's what the Matrix is. Everybody in the Matrix is plugged in. Nobody's awake. Everybody's sleeping to the consciousness. Everybody's sleeping to what's real. Everybody's living in this illusion, and that's what you see now. You see our women, our children, and even our men. Everybody's living in the phone. Everybody's living in this illusion, but they never really get the dopamine. It's like they caught up in the dopamine.
They do get it.
The vein.
The algorithm. The algorithm knows.
It's controlling the dopamine.
It's controlling the dopamine.
That's a fact. So that's a big thing.
And you're giving it all the information to be able to get it and give it to you. Like right now, ChatGPT will no longer give medical, financial, and law advice. Medical, financial, and law
They
advice.
stopped that, huh?
Yes, but the shit is crazy because who trained it?
I already told you.
All these years, who trained it? Us. And now that we trained it, and they don't
same
give us
people
no
who
more.
own the same people who own ChatGPT. It's the same people who own OnlyFans. So you figure that one out. The same people who own OnlyFans is the same people who own ChatGPT. So you gotta understand what you're really playing with too when you got these companies that spring up. What was the company named in Terminator that they was fighting?
Yeah, I forgot. Remember that? Oh, but that's what's happening now, though. There's an AI war, and it's between the AI companies, particularly Google and OpenAI. OpenAI just Panic put up red code because Google came out with Nano Banana. Now ChatGPT put in red code. Yo, Sam Altman said stop doing what you're doing. Everybody, right now, make ChatGPT better. 5.2 was supposed to be released next year. They released it now because they so scared of Google's Gemini, particularly Nano Banana. So now they just came out with yesterday Image 1.5.
That's they ain't making it better.
That's well, it's supposed to be better than Nano Banana.
Medical advice, financial. That was the best part. The financial advice.
Nah, because also they're getting lawsuits. Lawsuits is coming because of that. So I do, that's their excuse. Just put it like that. Even though first of all, they already got billions and billions of dollars in lawsuits because all their information is stolen.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
And
but why it was being stolen?
Like when I was talking about the Moors, she didn't want to talk about it. She was like, I don't know nothing about that. So that's what I'm saying is her information can only go so far. You feel
yeah, well, every GPT. That's why when you start picking your GPTs, you need to know if that GPT is good for you because some GPTs have limits on, so you need to get with me and take an AI course and I can break it down to you because you just thinking you're going to freestyle. That's what they want you to do. They want you to be dumb. Oh, I'm going to just use this and then you ain't even using it right. You're literally getting dumber because MIT just did a study. Most people using LLMs, large language models, are literally getting dumber. That's a fact. So let's get to the final question. Building generational wealth through tech. You speak a lot about financial literacy, family structure, and breaking generational curses. In your view, how can AI help Black families and urban communities build real generational wealth? Not just income, but ownership.
Good question. That's a deep question. Well, first, I think that generational wealth is not really a factor in brown Moorish communities. We don't put that as a priority as we should.
We talk about it like we got it.
I think we buy more Michael Jordans. We think about being fly. We're not really thinking about putting our dollar into generational wealth because our babies are gonna have babies. So you got a lot of other races that come to this country and they grind and they get money and they'll tell you that I'm not getting money for me, I'm getting money for my third great-great-grandson or grandchild.
Yeah.
So they are actually, and they do this with intention. So for me, I have thought of more money metals where I'm getting into gold and silver bullion because that is the real currency that holds the real wealth.
Yeah.
The fiat dollar doesn't really hold the wealth. So I think that getting into more commodities and figuring out a way how to use AI to connect your commodities to your digital currency, like your Bitcoin or your Ethereum or your NFTs. I think that would definitely take us to the next level because now you're talking about art and music. Bring up the young brother, free Tory Lanez. You know what I'm saying? Salute the young king. You know what I mean? Tory Lanez, he broke the mold when he made $1 million in 10 minutes with the NFTs, and the way he did his tech when he dropped his album and he gave the fans partnerships and ownerships of the album. So when the music started to sell, the fans actually got a kickback.
Right.
And
that's crazy.
It went out the window.
That's
and
crazy.
Then we didn't hear from him again. And that's a sign of something too.
That's right.
So allegedly. But you know what I mean? We know that that's gonna be the next wave.
Yeah, and I think, cash is going to they're going to be dead in that. It's going to be all digital. So you got to learn how to get into the game, you know what I'm saying?
Quick.
So in your view, how can AI help Black families in urban communities build wealth? Oh, well, you just kind of said that,
Education. They need that. They definitely need to educate themselves on digital currency, AI, tech. Like, we need that. We need more coders. We don't need more rappers in the community, man. We need more coders, you know what I'm saying? We need more people that's in that tech world.
Yeah.
And I like to give a shout out to the Moorish woman. They have so many programs of these because Moorish women dominate the college graduation. Every year, most people who graduate is Moorish brown women. I'm not gonna say black. I'm done with that, y'all. Moorish women are the #1 graduates of all the colleges around the country in the United States. So we have seen an influx of Moorish women getting into code. And I want to shout y'all out, and I think that's dope.
Yeah, we got to drop this old gangster mentality, this thug mentality, because the world is changing. It's changing fast. The AI technology is only going to get to where they trying to get to, which is artificial general intelligence. Once they get to artificial general intelligence, you got 10 years. And they're close, you know what I'm saying? Some people feel like it's here now, some people feel like it's going to be here in 5 years. I'm telling you now, in 10 years, if you don't get your shit together from now, don't wait, you can't wait till 10 years to get it together. You got to get it together now, because in 10 years, this is going to be something we never seen before. You probably will see flying cars in 10 years. You won't see cars made with steering wheels. Cars are not going to be made with steering wheels. There will not be phones. There's going to be glasses. Everything's going to be through your neural networks. You're going to be having conversations just through your brain. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing about that is, whatever information can they get from your brain, and can they convict you?
They ain't getting nothing from my brain. I ain't giving nothing up. Word up. That's something I'm not conforming to. I think it's the mark of the beast. Yeah. Revelations is prevalent. I'm not in the religion, but I'm in the history, and I'm in the fortune telling.
I'll probably be. I'm not gonna say gone, because I give myself another 30, and I don't know how it's gonna be inevitable. I don't know how you're gonna be able to avoid it, because it's not gonna be phones.
The Moorish woman who wrote The Matrix already showed you how. It's gonna be a revolution.
I think so. It's going to have to be.
It's going to be a revolution.
It's going to have to be.
And Kanye West said it best. He said the revolution has already started.
Yeah.
It's digital.
It's going to have to be.
It's digital. It's already started. Yeah. I got Moors all around on every platform disseminating truth.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? And then you got people disseminating untruths, causing confusion. They are paid agents sent out there to get out there and say things, and then they put money behind it, and now it's everywhere on everybody's feed, and the earth is flat, and flat earth.
They got other countries. They got all these other countries that's actually influencing people over here, because they not looking to see where they really from. And you got a lot of people that's like, there's a lot of black disrespect online and on social media that's fake, that's made up, but they are pushing it in other countries and making sure it gets pushed on our timelines. And we be thinking that it's people over here. You got more other countries outside of the United States that got more influence on brainwashing these kids also. And that's part of the trick in the games. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just tell you, man, people better wake up, man. People better wake up, because times is changing. Surveillance is going to be 100%. It's not going to be no wallets. It's not going to be no credit cards. All that shit is going to be disappearing. You are going to be your own digital ID.
Focus on being. Watch the movie Matrix, man, and focus on being the virus and not a part of the flock. We talked about how I've always been the one to go left while everybody's going right. Use technology in a way where you can influence the community in a positive way and be a virus.
But you got to know what this is.
The program.
You got to know what this is.
They're gonna send agents out. Yeah. Just like how you see in the movie, they got the agents running around.
They don't got to send them out. That's the agent that's looking at us.
Right now.
Right? That's the agent right there.
That's the agent right there.
We hold the agents.
We holding the agents. We walk with the agents.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
There.
But yo, I'm Neo. I'm not trying to hear nothing. You heard? I'm a fighter. Wow. So regardless, consciousness is always going to prevail.
Yo,
I could destroy technology with the mind. Yeah. If you use your mind, you could destroy technology.
But that's the problem. So technology is trying to make sure you don't use your mind. Because the algorithm is here to make sure you end up getting dumbed out to where you rely on AI so much to where you're like, well, I'll let AI do it. I'll let AI do it. Did you read it? Nah. You know, yo, you better wake up. Better start using your brain. I think we're gonna end it, man. Any last word? Yo, tell them how to get in contact with you.
Oh yeah, definitely tap in with my music. Official Demegod on all platforms, YouTube music, Demegod, Demegod. Check out the latest song, Last Day on Earth. We was talking about the old Earth and new Earth. Song featuring I Kill Ali. It's a dope joint for the ladies. Make sure you tap into the big homie's big homie. You already know what it is, Calm.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure, bro.
Yo, this is AI News with Eric. Like, share, subscribe. We at 52,000. We trying to get to 100. Also, we just started a new website called the AI Realtor Prompts.biz. It's for realtors and brokers. It'll make your life easier. You sitting there trying to figure out what to write for the new house opening and thing. Yo, we got 50 prompts. All you do is fill in the variables. It's done. 1, 2, 3. Save a lot of time. You get your admin board, and it actually tells you and show you how much time you're actually saving. You know what I'm saying? So once again, AI News with Eric. Peace and love. Got my man Danger. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, like, share, subscribe. Peace.
Peace.
That was dope.